evening and welcome. Thank you for joining Klipkop Live, raw and uncut. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. We have JSC Woodcraft, Belly Police. Because I'm 1 minute late. My clock only struck over to 1 now. I'm still on time. Adrian Verveer, Hotwire, hoe lekker my bra. Johan van Beer, good evening, good evening. And we have Longtail, goeienaand, goeienaand. What is happening in the news? We have SAA is grounded because of NUMSA and the EFF. I'm going to go into detail about that. In KwaZulu-Natal, there's tornadoes. It has been going on for 2 days and it's still going on. Chaos in Hong Kong. Branson, the Center for Entrepreneurship, is racist. And Gauteng province is building a wall. So tell me guys, is everything in the stream doing okay? It looks okay. Floppy says, lekker boys. Rou en sonder snit. Net soos wat jy daar sê. Let's switch over to my desktop. Now here is the original report. Let me just get the SAA Grounded. Or one of the original reports. SAA cancels most flights for Friday and Saturday as strike looms. Well, if they say most, it means more than 50%. It also means less than 99.99%. Somewhere around there, but most flights have been cancelled. SAA, the state-owned airline that is facing a strike that may threaten its very existence, says it has cancelled nearly all its flights for Friday and Saturday. In an email statement issued late on Wednesday night, SAA said its key objective is to minimize the impact of disruptions for customers. The action was made necessary after the SA Cabin Crew Association and the National Union of Metal Workers South Africa said they would embark on industrial action, notwithstanding SAA's repeated overtures for them to acknowledge the severity of the current situation facing the airline. Now, the first thing that I noticed in this report is the National Union of Metal Workers South Africa. These are not the people that you want conducting a strike in your country, and I will show you guys why. Let me go to, is my video still open? Oh no. I must go back here. This is a video that I made a few years ago. Not a few years ago, last year and December, when NUMSA went on a strike in the plastics industry. Now my first question is, the NUMSA is a metal workers union. Why are they conducting strikes for SAA and the metal workers, the plastics industry? They have been involved in lots of other strike actions from different segments of the economy. They target everyone in the economy. To me, it seems like they are specifically going out to collapse the economy. And it kind of makes sense because I delved down into their history, and everything turns around socialism and Marxism. But let me first go to this happened almost exactly a year ago. Let's go to my video.
Civil war break out in South Africa?
Let me put my ears on so I can follow it with you. And I can put on spasms. Put on my desktop. Now this video was demonetized because it contained graphic content. And it did contain graphic content. Now here is the emblem of NUMSA. And what did they go? Now NUMSA are the ones calling for the strike. Now this is how the hierarchy works. If you guys want to go check out the actual video, it's you can just go to my timeline. I think the link is also in the description for this specific video. But I did this video about a year ago. It says a civil war has started in South Africa.
South Africa. They form part of the structures of the ANC. COSATU, through the Tripartite Alliance, falls under the ANC. SAFTU falls under COSATU. NUMSA falls under SAFTU. And the Socialist Revolutionary Workers' Party falls under NUMSA.
Okay, now I made an error in this video because this hierarchy is correct. This was me proving that the ANC was able to stop these violent protests, but because of the information I had on hand at that time, COSATU voted NUMSA out of this unholy alliance back in 2014 because of NUMSA said they refused to support the ANC in the upcoming elections, and COSATU said that is against their constitution, so NUMSA is being pushed out of this bigger alliance, COSATU, that represents all trade unions. Now we can get to the footage a bit later. Let's listen through my video. I think that will be best.
Violent protests have been accompanying the NUMSA strike action since mid-October, with hundreds of factories vandalized, hundreds of vehicles, including private ones, burnt, and many people hospitalized. A lot of those people sustaining serious injuries. Various factories have been burnt to the ground. The media, the police, government, and the general population have, up until now, seemed oblivious to the violent protest, culminating in a desperate cry for help from the Plastic Converters Association, which represents about 80% of the plastics industry, on the 30th of November. Do we need to lose a life before someone reacts? On that day, Leslie Mpahlele came to work to earn money so that he can feed, clothe, and house his family. NUMSA called for all workers to go on strike, so him being at work was seen as treasonous. He was judged on the spot and were punished with the death penalty in one of the most excruciating ways possible. The protesters doused him and his security cubicle in petrol. They barricaded the exits and set the cubicle on fire. Leslie succumbed to his injuries after spending 5 days in hospital. How did the police react to these protests?
Now, you guys see this, these NUMSA boys, they are violent. They are literally going out and burning people alive if they don't get their way. And all of this is socialist indoctrination. And I will show that a little bit later. Let me just go to, here is the spokesperson for NUMSA. Pakamile Hlubi Majola. And when she was asked about like the person that was burned, her reply was, wearing a NUMSA shirt does not mean guilt on our part. We cannot take responsibility for things that have not been proven to be true. No, like I'm really sorry that this have happened. No sympathy for this, guys. Just this absolute harregat answer. And on her Twitter profile, you see she is NUMSA, but she is supporting this Socialist Revolutionary Workers' Party. Here we go. Social justice activist, founder of Black Star Creative, spokesperson for the National Union of Metal Workers, South Africa. Is there anything else I wanted to show you in this video? I can get to the... Oh, this is also part of... This is crazy. Look at how they treat the people.
The small to medium enterprises, or SMEs, is the backbone of our economy. They are the ones providing jobs to the masses of our people. NUMSA has got this entire sector in a socialist chokehold. Unions lie to their members about massive profits that the bosses make. Then they demand unsustainable wages. They claim greed and hatred by the owners
Look at
of
that.
the workers, inciting
No
workers
conscience.
to act in the manner they do through indoctrinated hate, while in fact the opposite is true. These factory owners are the ones that heeded to...
Guys, these are the Owens that is going on strike tomorrow for SAA. These creatures that you just saw over here. They have no moral compass at all. How can you do that? Like, that lady was just sitting at the desk, and they were like stealing the computers like away in front of her, and she's all frightened, and they start throwing her with things. Like, why would you do that? How will this help you like get your aims? It's crazy. It's absolutely sickening. And we don't arrest these people. They are still like, this happened a year ago. Nobody was held accountable. These NUMSA guys are still walking around as if they are controlling the country. And in fact, they are controlling the country.
Calls that the country needs more unskilled labor job opportunities in the manufacturing sector. These factory owners take huge risks by investing borrowed money into their businesses. These business owners get struck the hardest, probably indebting them for life after their factory gets burnt down. What reasonable...
Okay, I'm going to end it there. I might play a few other, like, I didn't use all my footage in this video I made. Here's some other footage.
Beatrice Dupree, I'm the HR manager. Dupree, D-U-P-R-E.
Now you see, this was NUMSA a year ago. They run into the factory after they say, like, we're not coming to work. Then they actually do come to work and set cars on fire, private individuals' cars. Like, how do they justify this to themselves? Here's some pictures. This guy got moord. Here's another guy who got moord. And all of this happened a year ago. Here's Leslie. He got burns, and then 4 days later, he died in hospital. They burned him alive. Absolutely barbaric. Look at this guy, Shaman. Flipping over cars. Yeah, like all the cars. This whole lot. They burnt the whole bloody lot. All of them. Trucks get burned. This is from the plastics strike. Burning trucks. This one from Paul. Look at this. Oh Jesus. This is a truck they set on fire. I think that this was here in the Cape somewhere. How the hell do you run a country like this? And nobody's been arrested for this. Nobody's been held accountable. People have died. Infrastructure has been torn down. But government don't give a shit because it's the private sector who's suffering. And the plastics places are like closing their workshops down. Here's another skip trokkie. Burnt.
I was thinking to take the fire extinguisher. Fuck.
Johan van Beer asks if this is recent. All of this is the NUMSA protest that happened almost exactly a year ago. Everything you see now, like the new protests are starting tomorrow. Tomorrow the SAA strikes are beginning. And there is I don't know if it will be this violent, but this is what happened last year in the plastics industry with the same people that is striking today. So that is why I'm making this video to just to like let you guys know it might get bad.
Ach, where the fuck are the police?
They fucking broke into my car.
Here you can actually see, like, they started video recording just as the first people started arriving. See how they operate.
Look at this fucker here.
Yes. There's a fucking fire thing.
Where's the fucking cops?
Where are the cops?
Oh, they burned Jolene's car.
Ah, for Jesus Christ. Look at those fucking hooks.
There's Roger's car.
You can't fucking believe this.
Oh, there's my car.
Oh no!
Fuck's sake.
Oh no! Where's the fuck coming from? Where's that coming from?
Now you see, guys, this happened a year ago. And remember, this is NUMSA. This is how they operate. I'm going to skip over to chat real quick to see what you guys are saying. Dan verwag die mense a raise. Oh, well, the thing is, it's been the problem with the unions all along. It is people strike and they demand more. They strike and they demand more. Eventually, the companies aren't profitable anymore and they can't produce. So, like, what's the point of producing then? Then they close down shop. Which is pretty much what's happening with SAA at the moment. They have to close down. The reason they are giving for tomorrow's strike action is because SAA wants to lay off. I don't have the exact number. Let's go to the news report. I think it's like 400 workers. Strike looms. I don't have the exact amount. And I don't see it yet in the report, but it's about 400 or 500 workers they want to lay off. We had Tito Mbuweni the other day that said that everything must run flawlessly for like any state of entity, not even to make money, just to keep their head above water, to be able to pay their loans. Nobody wasn't anticipating strike action. And these layoffs is like cardinal. It must happen at SAA, otherwise it will fail. SAA got like a 9 billion loan write-off from the government because it was government guaranteed, and that is just interest. They haven't paid focal loans off. They only paid interest off. And now they asked for another 2 billion the other day. Things are really getting out of hand. Yes, Jan de Tooy, I agree. Sell SAA. They should have done it long ago. Hopefully when they sell it, there's enough capital to like pay off their loans. Floppy says they must let SAA implode completely so the unions can be reminded of the consequences if they strangle the life out of economic enterprise. Perhaps then Eskom and other SOEs won't face the same shit. It must happen at SAA and Eskom. It looks like the only way out of this is like to let it collapse, because it's clear that these people, they don't care. Nothing will stop them. Now let's go back to the desktop. Now these NUMSA boys, it's not a small crowd of boys. Okay, this is from 2013. NUMSA breaks official link with the ANC alliance. Well, this is when Kusatu booted them out of the party. Now over here it says the trade union, which has more than 340,000 members. Now this is from 2013. I'm going to assume their membership has grown a lot. If you remember that video of earlier, you have ANC at the top. Then you have Kusatu, and Saftu and NUMSA falls under them. So technically they used to be part of the ANC. And they broke away in 2014. And from what I researched, it looks like all of their votes, they are pissed off at the ANC and they went over to the EFF. And all of those votes went over to the EFF, and they are not the sole reason. But I think a lot of weight with the EFF's growth in their vote count came from the NUMSA crowd, because NUMSA has 340,000 or had 340,000 members in 2013, but now the family members and kids, etc., all of them vote with them. So like they would have brought a lot of votes over to the EFF. Derek de Toy say, hello Klipkop. Unions equals communist garbage. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Why does Jan de Toy say that? Now, when NUMSA broke away, or even started breaking away from the ANC, they did an analysis of the EFF, if they are the correct party for them. Now here's NUMSA's assessment of the EFF. Now they give this whole breakdown of the economic freedom fighters and this long spiel story, but basically they don't even disagree with the EFF on two stances. There's two things that they felt that the EFF must take up for them to support the EFF. Now firstly, they say that the EFF supports nationalization, but they have a problem that the EFF must take a stance that they must support nationalization for the people that work on the factories. So they want the EFF to push for an agenda where factories get nationalized and government pays them, like all private sector factories. And then the other thing they have a problem, not a problem with the EFF, of which they are unclear, and this was in 2013, is that they say the EFF is anti-capitalist, but they are not socialist. They want the EFF to take on a fully blown socialist agenda. They say everything seems to be socialist about the EFF, but they aren't vocal about their socialism. And I know the EFF since 2014 has been vocal supporters of socialism, specifically mentioning like Karl Marx and Lenin. Let me just quickly prove it to you. There are two key gaps from a working class perspective in the positions of the EFF. EFF supports nationalization, but has never indicated any support for that nationalization to take place under the workers' control. And then the other thing they have is the EFF is explicitly anti-capitalist, but it is not socialist. In the 22-page EFF manifesto, whilst there is a commitment to anti-capitalism and anti-imperialism, the word socialism does not appear at all. So basically, they are fine with the EFF, or they actually want the EFF just to be a little bit more radical. Then they will go over to the EFF. And I think the EFF has provided that for them since the end of 2013 when they got booted out of Kusatu. Okay, here is another official report of NUMSA expelled from Kusatu. And all of these links are down in the description. And let me start with this Marxist-Leninist bullshit. Now here is a news report. This is from February 2014. Full marks at NUMSA's political school. People, they have political schools at the workplace. This is what NUMSA gets you. And this is the reason why everything goes so violent. Marxist-Leninism, socialism, it paints a picture of the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. Although in the Communist Manifesto, they do not specifically call for violence on the bourgeoisie. They say that violence will erupt. They state it as an inevitable consequence of what is happening in the country. And for me, that means they are actually saying you must go out and fight, physically fight the bourgeoisie by saying it's an inevitable consequence. But anyway, they have Marxist, Leninist, indoctrinated schools is what NUMSA is providing our society. Now, here's the big thing. Our thugs in charge. This was today. Oh no. I can't zoom in, sorry guys. There we go. The EFF sends its revolutionary solidarity to all the workers of South African Airways who are facing looming job losses. The workers have communicated that they will embark on a tools down demonstration from Friday the 15th of November in defense of their jobs. The EFF not only supports the strike action, we will join in together with our ground forces. Now, EFF, why are you sending in your ground forces? This is SAA, you should be sending in your air forces. Now, the thing is this. They mention a tools down protest. Now, it's all fine if you, it's not really all fine, but you know, it's non-violent if you go on a tools down protest. But why do you need to pull in other unions? Like NUMSA is a metal workers union. What are they doing at SAA in the first place? They are there to be violent. Why is the EFF going to send in their ground forces if it's just an innocent tools down protest? They are there to be violent. And I really hope that our South African Police Department brings out the nyalas and the rubber bullets and the tear gas and shoots the living shit out of these people, because it cannot continue like this. If you don't fit in, fuck off. Don't go out and looting and burning. These people have killed other people. They burn private civilians' cars that they are without a conscience. They need to be locked up, but our bloody jails are full. How do we lock them up? I'm going to skip to the chats for a little bit again. Above Z307. Klipkop, you need an ad blocker. Goeiedag Anita Zondag. Ek sien Cosmic Server en Jesse McFarlane ook nou in die chat. En Jay Villiers ook in die chat. That is basically all I had to say about SAA. And honestly, I don't hope it happens. I don't hope it happens. But from last year's protest, I think maybe these first protests might not be too violent. And I'm a little bit disappointed that SAA grounded their flights for the next 2 days. Because it's basically giving into the unions. This group of thuggish gangsters is holding the country at ransom. It is our tax money, our tax debt. They are playing with. They absolutely don't give a shit. My big thing is, I think they are here literally to collapse the economy. That is what they want. On the flip side, I can't see any other way out of this either. It's almost as if the country has to burn before we can start building again. Which has been the case with all the other countries while it has been decolonized. The thing with us is, I thought like we were decolonized in 1994 because all of the white people were indigenized. But obviously not. Jay Valley, are the unions the reason as to why unemployment is high? Indirectly and even directly, yes. Because it's the unions that is pushing up the prices of labor. Now, as the prices of labor go up, the price of your produce goes up. And if the price of your produce goes up to a certain extent that you cannot compete with other companies out there in the market, then the only thing you can do is close your doors. You can try start retrenching, but you see now what happens when you try to retrench. They start burning things and killing people. Burning people. At Klipkop, is it unconstitutional to make unions illegal? Yes, Bub Z307, it is. You have freedom of association. They even specifically mention the formation of unions and political groups. So your right to be in a union is constitutional. The thing is, if you speak about the Constitution, they also say that you have the right to demonstrate, and they also specifically state that you must demonstrate peacefully. Now, it almost never happens that demonstrations are peaceful, and I feel the police needs to be held accountable for that. They must react before things get out of hand. When they start blocking off roads, the police usually just keeps the traffic away. But they shouldn't. They should chase away the people as soon as the trouble starts, because it starts off peacefully, everybody singing and dancing for like 2 or 3 hours. Then there's one loose head that like breaks a window or breaks a car window, and it's this group mentality, this sheep mentality, and everybody just starts looting, and it's like a DSTV. You see the same show over and over. We know how it goes, but we do nothing about it. Now, what do I have next? The KZN Tornadoes, bad weather in KZN. I'm pretty sure all of you have seen this. Let's check the last few comments quickly. Pierre Duplessis says the unions are not the problem. The SOEs have become too unprofitable to recover. The thing is, the SOEs becoming unprofitable, like a big part of that is the corruption, but a big part of that is the unions as well. You know, I'm not saying it's just the unions, but I'm saying they play a very big part in the SOEs becoming unprofitable. Okay, let me close these tabs so I just know where I am. This was on the 13th, this is yesterday. Media release, tornado in New Hanover, KwaZulu-Natal. A severe thunderstorm which produced a tornado was observed near the town Hanover, KwaZulu-Natal during the afternoon of Tuesday, 12 November 2019. There have been numerous images and videos doing rounds on social media in reaction to this extremely destructive weather phenomenon. According to the media reports, at least 2 people have lost their lives during the incident. The South African Weather Service would like to express its condolences to those who have lost property or loved ones during this incident. They also go through here and say there's some videos out there that is not legitimate, that they say is from KZN but isn't. But most of the stuff you guys saw out there is probably real, because the tornadoes is real. Like for example, this one, I think it was from yesterday.
Yes, how's it?
Guys, I have never seen tornadoes in South Africa. If you have seen, like, well, I've seen like whirlwind, you know, but no like real tornadoes. If any of you have seen any real tornadoes in South Africa, please let me know. This is very uncommon. Like, I'm not a climate change alarmist, you know, but this is very strange for us. Viewing says I have back in 2005. Well, either way, it's probably still uncommon. At Jan de Toy, climate change is natural. I also think climate change is natural. I know the guys at the Freedom Front don't agree with me. They're all about the green economy. I still want to ask the guys from the Freedom Front Plus, how many years do we have left before the earth is soaked in water? Now, we have some pictures. We have some pictures of the tornado. Oh no. What did I do wrong here? Let me try that again. Ha! Yo, Easter. Let's go to the desktop. This is when it ripped through the substation. Like, I'm not used to this stuff. Like, this is common in America. Like, I'm not used to this. And I think nobody in South Africa is. That's why everybody's making such a big thing of this. And the other thing is, like, people, they don't build this stuff to be tornado proof because, like, generally we don't get tornadoes around here. But obviously that has changed. That is something we have to keep in mind. BavZ307 says on 28 August 1999, a tornado hit Menenberg. Oh wow, I think maybe like after I'm done with the stream, I'm going to Google that. I don't want to sit here and like crap on Google while you guys wait, but I would definitely like to check into that. Now, like I said, like South Africans aren't prepared for tornadoes. Now look here. Dun dun dun, I did it again. Here we go. No, okay. If you look at this photo first, you would think like, wow, that's like bad. But unfortunately, I'm in Twitter now. I can only zoom in a little bit. But I'm not sure if you guys can see. But these cinder blocks are put together with mud. Now, this whole house was destroyed, yes. But it looks like the repair cost is going to be zero. Because they used cement. They used mud to cement everything together. So they are probably just going to take that same mud again and rebuild with the cinder blocks. Now the tornado is still, or the tornadoes, the bad weather in KZN is still continuing. Is there anybody from KZN in the chat? Like, please press F or K or shout out or do something if there's anybody from KZN. Because it's weird, there's dams running dry in the Eastern Cape, but there's flooding in KZN and they are right next to each other. Okay, this is from today. Oh, this is a lekker Afrikaans stukkie.
Nee, maar dit is weird. Ons is nie opgewonde, so wat doen is as hy hier na toe kom. Wat sê? Shit. Dis scary, hè? Ja. Kyk hoe disappear hy. Ja, hy moet weg.
Dis scary, hè? Kyk hoe disappear hy. Mense, ek is nie 'n Dan Roodse tipe Afrikaans mense, maar ek like daai tipe Afrikaans wat ek nou gehoor het. Dagbreker says tornadoes do occur in Natal, Mpumalanga, and East Free State Midlands. Well, in that case, like, please educate the people to at least mix some cow dung in with the mud, so their bricks can like stay together, or like preferably use cement. Okay, let's switch over to the desktop again. What do we have? Now, a taxi was swept away. Now, this is one of those news stories that I don't really bite into all that much. But no, no, no. I'm gonna have to search for it. I'm gonna have to search for it. I can't miss this one. I have to show you guys this. I had an opinion over something. KZN videos. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna switch the sound off for this one. But over here, you guys can see a taxi has been swept away. There it's tumbling in the water. Crazy shit. There's more videos of this. I saw another one. Let's see this one. Here we go. That's when it started. Now, the news reports says 4 people narrowly escaped death after the taxi they were traveling in on Wednesday was swept away in Kampsdrift, Pietermaritzburg. Paramedic services have said. Flash flooding from the heavy rain in the area meant the normally calm stream had burst over the top of the bridge, taking the taxi with it. Luckily, a series of concrete bollards caught the vehicle before it dropped further over into the deeper water, ER24 spokesperson Ross Campbell said. By the time ER24 were on the scene just before 6 p.m, a search and rescue had managed to pull the 2 others from the reeds further down the river. Now, they say it was flash flooding over over a little bridge that normally carries a small river, and I think that is bullshit. I know taxi drivers, and I'm pretty sure that that bridge was already in flood before that taxi came over. That taxi driver was a chancer. Like, I know this is an accusation. I've got no proof for this. It is just like my gut feel. And you can judge me because I'm judging the taxi drivers in general. But like, I think most of you guys will agree with me. Taxi drivers in general do fucking stupid things. And I'm pretty sure this taxi driver tried to cross a bridge that was unsafe to cross. No. Okay, I see some at Klipkops. If you guys want to chat, like, just at Klipkop, and I can chat. If you don't at Klipkop, I'm just going to continue spewing my BS. Floppy says, I agree. This shit taxi drivers pull on the road leaves me speechless sometimes. Like, I agree with you, Floppy. Like, I think everybody agrees with us. These taxi drivers are crazy. Well, that argument will hold in court, though. Taxi drivers are arseholes. We all know this. Even judges know this. Okay, back to the desktop. Hong Kong. What is happening in Hong Kong? Now, I really sympathize with the people of Hong Kong. And I'm not sure if everybody's up to date what's happening in Hong Kong. The bigger Chinese government, they want control over Hong Kong. Hong Kong has a lot of self-determination because it used to be colonized by the Brits. They had it on a 100-year lease or 99-year lease from the bigger Chinese government, and they handed it back to the Chinese government. I think in the late 90s it was, and but they decided to keep some of their autonomy, and the Chinese government hates this, and they are trying to also bring Hong Kong into socialism. Now this is what happened at the Hong Kong protests. Switch to my desktop. There we go. Now you see how this guy CJ Verleman reports it. Watch a Hong Kong police offer pepper spray a pregnant woman directly into her face. Well, I can't see that she's pregnant on there, but you know, Beijing is pressuring Hong Kong to dish out even more cruel and vicious measures against pro-democracy protesters. The thing is, I do sympathize with the people of Hong Kong, and I do believe they have reason to protest, but that does not give you the right to be fucking stupid. Okay, let's watch over here. Why is this woman fucking stupid? I'm going to turn the volume down. Okay, firstly, you can see the protest police is over here, and everybody is moving away except this woman, and she gets a few squirts of pepper spray. Okay, then like she starts like swinging at protest police. Guys, like, why would you do that? Just get the fuck out of their way. And now after doing that, she gets sprayed properly because she is like disobeying the police, and they should take her down, you know. If you are being disorderly and their job is to like disperse the people that is at the location, you are going to cuck. Although I do not agree with the Chinese government, what they are doing, I do believe that the public need to start respecting the police. If the public respects the police, we wouldn't have this cuck we had last year with the NUMSA protests, where they burnt people alive for going to work. Going to work is their only sin. Now the media loves to portray this as, look at how they are abusing this woman. Now she was fucking, what is she doing there? Why is this frail pregnant woman, why is she in the middle of a protest? Bloody stupid. Let's see, NA at Klipkop, Johan van Beer, Hong Kong, no, Singapore is julle voorbeeld. Ask Mrs. Zille. Like, I don't really follow Helen Zille anymore. I don't really follow Helen Zille. The whole DA thing. Somebody sent me a report of, apparently Musi Maimani is making his own party. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, the actual DA and Musi's new party, I don't give a shit about either of them. Like, I just... There's a nice expression. It looks like you are Dutch. Maybe you have a similar expression. It says, meng met die semels, dan vreet die varke jou op. Now, I'm not sure if you understood that, but that is what I mean. Sinister Cabal says, Klipkop, are you following what's going on in Israel? No, I am not. I am not. If you want to bring things to my attention, the link for my Discord server is in the description. You can post things there. I am on Twitter as well. My Twitter @ is in the description as well. So if you want to like shoot things my way that you think I must be covering, then just use those platforms. Marty Boonzaar says Venice is flooded. Trump impeached countries. Russia is annexing Africa. World news. Although I'm not that far down the rabbit hole yet. One of these days I'll be on Marty's level. JSC Woodcraft. That combi was getting drained away. Right, so what else do we have here? Richard Branson. May fuck Richard. Richard Branson is a cuck. Why do I say Richard Branson is a cuck? This is why I say Richard Branson is a cuck. Richard Branson apologizes after tweeting photo full of white people to announce a South African project. Like, this guy was made to apologize for taking a picture with white people. Can you fucking believe it? Like, it's insane. Why didn't you just laugh it off, Richard? Like, are you ashamed of being white? I'm sorry I'm white. I'm sorry I'm male. Richard Branson, you are a cuck poes. Anyway. Here's the photo. Oh, look at all those white people. I'm so offended. Like, really, people. And this is the Branson Center for Entrepreneurship for all South Africans. Now, he actually went out and he's so ashamed of this, he went out and deleted the tweet. Ah, come on. I'm gonna stop doing that. Here you go. Here's the original tweet. Tweet is not available. And you can see the comments on here. Where did you find so many white people in South Africa? That must have really taken an honest effort for exclude the majority of the population, which is just as skilled and talented. Wow, incredible. Now you can go through these comments, but it's similar stuff. I don't know what's wrong with the people. They're putting poison into the water. And here is his official withdrawal. Like, why the hell would you apologize for taking a picture with people? The Branson Center for Entrepreneurship is for all South Africans, but yesterday's choice of photo to go with my tweet clearly lacked diversity. Apologies. I hope you will take a look at my blog, which does far better justice to the amazing work of the center and its team. Richard Branson, stop doing this. You know, if you are going to do this, they see that they are getting away with this. Now they become more and more demanding. And you are there in your ivory castle, safe and sound. Us white people, like, we have to interact every day. And if they get used to like it is almost like it's a zeitgeist currently in the country. Find something to like blame white people, to make them look racist. You know, it's almost at a stage where just by virtue of being white, you are racist. And like, I can't stand it anymore. France Schoenkloos. It is the inevitable result when you have a population with an average IQ of 70. I'm not talking about Hong Kong. Yes, I know exactly what country you are talking about with an average IQ of, I think it was 77 though, not 70. Martie Boonzaar, asseblief, het is nie nodig om sulke lelike taal te gebruik nie. Die naam is Martie. Cosmic Surfer, link the Germ Katie video on my spare channel. People need to see it. It's on BitChute if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's see, did he... He didn't. Where did you get the video, JC McFarlane? No, it's not JC McFarlane, it's Cosmic Surfer. Okay, I need to go find it. Cosmic Surfer. I thought you got it from Germ's channel on BitChute. Or are you Germ? God, I don't know. Sad day for MotoGP. Where is it now, Cosmic Surfer? Makes one feel right at home. Cosmic Surfer. Where did you put the video? Oh, y'all nou moet ek eers gaan soek. There, the live stream goes dead for a while. I'll talk about it a bit later. And Gauteng is building a wall. Yes, people, we are building a wall in the Western Cape. And Gauteng is also building a wall. Fuel up the Nyalas. Reload the rubber bullets. Get the gas canister ready. We are building a wall. Refugees given 3 days to vacate area outside Pretoria UN office. Pretoria, the hundreds of foreign nationals who have been camping out in front of the United Nations High Commission for Refugees office in Brooklyn have been given 3 days to vacate the area. This is in terms of an order issued by the Gauteng High Court. It is not sure exactly when they will have time to move, as Judge so-and-so ordered that the 3 days start once his order was served on them. Well, I don't really care how they move. They must go back out the way they came in. My suggestion is go there with rubber bullets and tear gas and just start pushing them north until they are on that side of the border again, and then we keep them out. They are not our responsibility. But anyway, this was on the 13th, so they have until the 16th to get their asses out of there. So I'm really wondering what is going to happen on the 16th. The 16th will be on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Saturday, the day after tomorrow. Hopefully we will see some rubber bullets flying on Saturday or Sunday. Tear gas and rubber bullets, nyalas, I would love to see that. Light them up. We have Zeekat, build a wall. Yes, build a wall. Gauteng province is building a wall along with the Western Cape. Maybe we can get together, Simoon, yeah. Stronger together, and we can push all of the illegal immigrants taking our jobs. We just push them north of the border. I don't care where they go to, they're not welcome here. I saw an article that Trump is coming to South Africa. Oh, this whole Lana Marks, Secretary Pompeo Trump thing. I highly doubt Trump will come himself. I think Trump is memeing us. This Lana Marks woman he sent, no. They are just here to see if there's any business can be made. They are not here to save the white people or keep the ANC, put them to task, you know. The ANC doesn't want American business. This is just for show, you know. This is a little bit of pocket money for Lana Marks and her son. Right, so guys, I haven't updated the donation list yet, but this is what I have. From, this was the donations I received on Sunday. Donnie with a 750, Herzog with a 40, Mark C with a 30, Jason McFarlane and Chad Blichnet with a 14. I got another 14 from Faye, I remember, on Caracal Stream, and I must still go pick everything up. And I know Chad gave another 14, but I must still update this list, and I will definitely have an updated list for you by Sunday. So if you feel like supporting this channel, I check out the news, I go into a little bit more detail, try to get you the backstory, so you don't just get the news, you understand what the news is about. So please support independent media. It's you guys that will keep me going. So now, I think my live stream is finished. I can get into Germ Warfare's Katie Hopkins thing now. And I can go search for that on the relative YouTube channels. And I'm going to light an ANC. Now the first thing, I wanted to, before I do the whole Katie Hopkins thing, link asseblief Germ Katie Hopkins. Weet nie waar om te gaan soek. It was Cosmic Surfer. Let me just get that username again. Here we go. Copy. Let me go to YouTube. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more.
Share copy 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Control V. This is the Katie Hopkins germ warfare video. The thing is, like, everybody is expecting this massive expose about the thing Katie said. Katie didn't really say anything. Like, to me, it was like a normal stream, you know. It was entertaining to watch, yes, but like it wasn't that bad, you know, taken down for hate speech. So, like, if you are a little bit underwhelmed because you are expecting something explosive, it wasn't really that explosive. Like, I don't know why YouTube would take it down. Maybe just to prove a point. I still haven't lit my entry. Go to the side chat. Maar het YouTube dit nie geban nie. It looks like Cosmic Surfer, he downloaded it from somewhere and he re-uploaded it. So if I see his channel is very small, so it's running under the radar at the moment. So if you guys want to go check it out, there is the link. You guys can go check it out. So it was the chat. Like, I'm not sure like why it was taken down for hate speech. I have no idea, to be honest. Now the first thing I would like to discuss with you guys is, like, I really had this plan, this idea on my channel that I'm going to stream in Afrikaans, but I found myself like streaming more and more in English. I used to, like a month or two ago, I used to stream exclusively in Afrikaans, and only if the need arises, if it is justified to stream in English, I do it in English. But for example, with the Conscious Caracal stream, even my guest said he wanted to speak Afrikaans, and there was one person in the chat that said, yeah, but let it be in English, and I changed to English. And I shouldn't have done that, and I should have said no, because I really want to create a space for Afrikaners. But I have no idea how many of my viewers does not understand Afrikaans at all. If you are viewing this right now and you do not understand Afrikaans at all, please press F. En as ek geen effe gaan ontvang nie, gaan ek hier vanaf 'n bietjie meer Afrikaans praat. Want ek is eerlikwaar baie lus. Hierdie Engelse besigheid. O, jeez, mense. No one. Ek gaan dit so aanneem. Dan gaan ek dit nou verder ook so in Afrikaans doen. Ek dink definitief Sondag. Mense, ek sal vir meer as 'n uur in die gang. Ek het gedog het was gou. Seker het verstaan Afrikaans. Sinister Kabal, ek verstaan Afrikaans, maar ek kan nie so goed spel nie. The thing is, I understand English as well, and I can't spell English all that well either, so we're about like the same, you know, but only on flip sides. Yeah, something like that. Ons vind dit snaaks, praat Afrikaans. Johan van B, hoekom vind julle dit snaaks? Ek neem aan julle is Hollanders, Nederlanders. Tyd vlieg as jy jouself geniet. Ek het myself nogal geniet. Dis lekker om voorbereid te wees vir 'n besigheid. Dan weet ek waaroor ek wil praat en ek het my storie agter mekaar. Ek weet die ding met Caracal was, Caracal het my letterlik 20:07 geweet daai aand. So ja, okay, is cool, ons kan 8 uur livestream. Toe moes ek fucking hierso holdeste bolder goed opset en ek het weer vandag die thumbnail verkeerd ingesit. So dit is so effentjies van 'n poespas, maar ons kom nog daar uit. Swerm jy en Johan van B. Ek is bly julle is lief vir Afrikaans. Ek is net so lief vir Afrikaans. Dagbreaker says, it's because there are also residential properties along that road. Hulle was veldties langs hulle huise se voorhekke en inritte. let me think. I have a very, very bad short-term memory. That's why I have to make so many notes. What are you referring to? I'm sorry, Dagbreker. You can remind me a bit later in the Discord. Dis katpas Klipkop, nie 'n kutpas nie. Wel, ons praat van 'n poespas. Die regte Afrikaanse woord is 'n poespas. That J Willie series, he asked, did my link work at Dagbreker? Links aren't enabled, and I also can't see, like, it's been blocked out of chat, so like I can't unenable it. But guys, I'm going to, I think that is it. Then for those that want to, I'll see you on the Discord server after this. So soos altyd, volhard en hou koers.